Sony is one of Japan's best-known companies, the maker of iconic products like the Walkman and the PlayStation. These days, though, Sony is really an entertainment company.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. You just have to trust me.
Pumping out movies, video games, and music. It's a transformation that's still going on as the company grapples with new challenges, such as trade tensions, currency swings, and the advent of artificial intelligence. We're here today to speak with the man tasked with leading Sony through all this upheaval, President and CEO Hiroki Totoki. So we'd like to talk a lot today about Sony's transformation. When did you really think, right, yes, we need to double down on this, we need to push ahead, we need to start really transforming this company and moving towards the Sony that it is today?
We started the gaming business back in 1994. It's a kind of, the intersection of the hardware and software, and as well as the technology. And it is, first time we combine this ecosystem. Mm-hmm. The hardware business particularly severely damaged because Apple at the same time launched the iPhone 2007. And then we faced the trouble with the Lehman shock. And after that, and we haven't got any growth, and profitability was very low, and we forced to change our strategy and business model. That's a recent transformation starting point.
So you've been in the CEO's chair for just over a year. What is next in terms of strategy? What are the things that you're really focused on right now in terms of, big decisions or new products?
As you know, we heavily lean towards the entertainment business. And our three entertainment business revenue is more than 67% now. And obviously, we evolve further, the investment and the market expansion for entertainment. And we have anime dedicated platform, Crunchyroll. Both are growing business. And the anime and game have obvious proximity and affinity. And we can explore new opportunity in terms of the content and services and acquiring users.
One of the things Sony seems to be doing very successfully is, taking something like a video game and then turning it into TV, turning it into movies. You did this with The Last of Us, for instance. I think there's more in the pipeline. Could you talk a bit about that strategy, why it works for you?
I think, the great IP is providing a good value for us. And we have, the great IPs on gaming side. We harvest that. Why don't we move to use that IP to TV drama, as well as the motion pictures.
And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
And it's a great opportunity to, expand the user base. All the fans, they realize what a great IP we have. People come back to the game again.
What is happening to me? Did you miss me, Spidey?
Why don't we talk about Spider-Man, big opening weekend. Have you seen it yourself? Did you like it?
Yes, it's a fantastic movie.
People always seem to be talking about the death of cinema, but anytime I go to the cinema in Tokyo, it's always absolutely packed. I mean, do you take heart from this? Do you think there is still a real future?
Recently, people do not go to watch every cinema.
Yeah.
Having said though, people would like to experience great cinema together with the people. And, Spider-Man is obviously encouraged us a lot.
Another use case I read about, I think, in your corporate strategy report recently that struck me was in video games, and one of your executives was describing using AI to animate hair, I think, right? Something that was extremely labor intensive, and that struck me as a good example of how you use it. I guess we want to embrace this technology, but particularly in the creative sphere, you don't want to upset artists or alienate fans as well, right? So how do you think about where to draw the line in using AI in the creative process?
I think we try to find, the good, line. And of course, the people embrace the great IPs that are created by human.
Yeah.
And there is certainly a lot of human narratives and stories there. And we respect that narratives and stories. Here we have a PlayStation.
Right.
Yep.
We had one of those.
Yep.
I think my brother had a PlayStation 2.
2, right.
And these are, I guess, the newer ones, right? So this is number 5, is it?
Yes,
The
that's right.
one.
That's the latest one.
Another issue affecting lots of companies is the memory crunch. Do you think Sony's been a little bit lucky with the memory shortage in that PS5 was in 93 million homes. It's already had a long shelf life. You weren't like one of your famous rivals launching a new console right into this.
Exactly. It is lucky, we are in the latter half of the lifetime cycle of a PS console. That means we do not need to aggressively sell the console today. And rather than that, we focusing on recurring revenue from the current, the user base. And already PS Plus have more than 125 million MAU today. And how to monetize from that users is quite important for us.
Finally, Sony has this long history of innovation, as we've been talking about, some iconic products, iconic IP. Is there anything at the minute that you're particularly excited about, either in terms of new products, new franchises, or the kind of technological changes we've been talking about? What really excites you?
I'm really excited about to develop a new experience of entertainment. We have many technologies available in the future. As an entertainment company, if we can provide the new experience to the people and get people excited, it's a great motivation for us.